Everybody, it's Ryan with Fluid Health and Fitness, and today we're going to show you how to do a diaphragmatic breath. This falls into a core conditioning category, so we're going to be using it to condition our midsection. And really what we're doing is targeting your transverse abdominis. It's your innermost corset muscle. It's the muscle that stabilizes your spine and helps to control your breath. So what we want to understand is how your diaphragm, or the central breath muscle, interacts with your transverse abdominis. That's the theme today. We always like to lead with why it's happening in your body before we show you how. So the first thing is knowing that your organs can be pushed around by your diaphragm. And when you breathe in, the diaphragm descends, pushes the organs onto your abdomen. And we've got this little mannequin here showing you a representation of that. This is supposed to represent your organs or your viscera. And then this is the tension of your abdomen. So as you breathe in, it expands your lungs, similar to this balloon. You'll see how it expands into the trunk. So it expands into the lungs, and then it pushes down into the organs. And that organ depression pushes into the ab wall and it stretches it. Now that's how we see belly breathing occur. And now that's good because that's what's supposed to happen. But the idea is that some of us don't have enough abdominal tension to properly support the expansion from the diaphragm. And that's, again, an uncontrolled diaphragm breath. Well, that leads to postural imbalances that oftentimes makes people unstable and leads to back pain. So the idea is we want to improve the contraction of our ab wall to support that pressure from basically the diaphragm pushing down on the organs. And we do that by learning how to control breath by doing crunches while we breathe. And that's essentially a diaphragmatic breath, okay, or exercise. So we're going to lay on the ground. I'm going to show you how to do this today. Really simple. You use a balloon. You have a soft surface to lay on, and we want to do it in a pain-free position where there's no even apprehension of pain. So if that's going on, remember, reach out to us at admin@fluidhealthandfitness.com and we can give you some advice. So what we're going to do is lay on the ground, make sure that your legs are bent, and you're going to keep your body centered. So get your limbs in nice and tight, and you're going to just draw the air out of your lungs to the point where you can't talk. Now you can do that with or without a balloon. And you'll notice everything cinches downward and back. And they call that a drawing in maneuver, and they're drawing the organs back in by doing that. So you're drawing your abdomen down and compressing everything down. Well, the idea is you're holding that pressure on the abdomen. You're going to put your hand down so you can feel the tension of your abs, and then put your hand on your trunk so you can feel the pressure in your trunk, and you're going to breathe in through the nose. As you breathe in, you should feel a natural expansion and a lift up into your trunk and not down into your ab wall because you held your abdomen's tension. And that's how you, again, draw this pressure upward, changing the way that we maintain our posture, by extension, the way that we control our weight distribution and the forces we put on our body. Pretty cool. So once again, the setup is simple. We breathe out for a long, slow pressure, 6 seconds. Hold the pressure at the bottom for 2 seconds. With the abs still tight, breathe in through the nose passively and expand upward into your trunk. Now, do that in a pain-free range of motion where you expand and slowly increase the pressure up into your trunk, and you're going to see some pretty magical responses from your body. Again, guys, this is a real simple technique that you can start with. You're going to know you're going to be successful by the way that you can keep the pressure on your lower back as you do this, or how much air you can push into the balloon over time. So as you see this exchange rate increase, we know that we're getting more volume into your trunk, and we know that you're going to have more ability to withstand that pressure gradient of that diaphragm pushing on the organs. And that, my friends, is what's going to help you to maintain better balance and stability, and ultimately a better quality of life. If you have questions on any of it, reach out admin@fluidhealthandfitness.com, but stay after it, guys. Your body's designed to move.